It's Sunday, August 13th, and breaking news out of Michigan. Dan Filer's MiG-23 has gone down at the Thunder over Michigan Airshow at the Willow Run Airport in Ypsilanti, Michigan. It appears to be a dual ejection, safe ejection of the pilots. The aircraft crashing near or next to a set of apartment buildings. And at this time, it appears that everybody on the ground is okay as well. Here's what we know so far. From the Willow Run Airport, we have the following information. Shortly after 4 p.m. Sunday, a MiG-23 demonstration plane performing at the Yankee Air Museum's Thunder over Michigan Airshow crashed into a parking lot at the Waverly on the Lake Apartments in Belleville. The pilot and backseaters successfully ejected from the aircraft before the crash. While it did not appear they sustained any injuries, first responders transported the pair to a nearby hospital as a precaution. The aircraft struck unoccupied vehicles in the apartment complex's parking lot. No one at the apartment complex nor the air show was injured. The FAA is investigating the crash. Here on Eric Johnson's YouTube channel is an excellent video of Dan Filer giving a walk-around of his MiG-23 aircraft. It's a single-engine Russian fighter aircraft with swept wings and has operational ejection seats and is licensed in the experimental exhibition category, which allows him to perform these demonstrations at these air shows. Here's the lineup for the Thunder over Michigan Air Show, and it looks like the MiG-23 was in the second to last act of the afternoon air show, a MiG-23 demonstration. Now, there's a lot of different video clips floating around on social media right now that are soon to be picked up by Storyful and get copywritten, but this comes from Joseph Mayhall and has a pretty good angle. We see the single-engine flogger in a left-hand turn, and we don't know the condition of the engine. Did it flame out? Did a compressor stall? Has he got some sort of an engine problem? Because it appears that he's got good control of the aircraft. In a nice big left bank over the river, continuing to descend. Boom, there goes the ejection. There goes the second ejection. So those big puffs of smoke are from the ejection seats, not from the engine. The aircraft continues to descend right into, next to the set of apartment buildings. And it appears that these guys land in the lake with their parachutes. And of course, Dan Files is a former military trained pilot, so he's been trained on ejection seats, parachute landing falls, and parachute landings in water, where you got to find the seam of the parachute and work your way out so that you don't let the parachute drown you once you've got in the water. We haven't heard exactly from the condition of Dan at this time, but it sounds like everybody got out okay.
Oh my God!
There you can hear the two ejections.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
And they got several swings in the parachute before they landed in the water. Here's a closer view of the ejection. Of course, everybody's filming in vertical view these days. Both seats safely ejecting. That's a very dramatic shove out of the cockpit and can easily result in back injuries. I don't know what model of ejection seat he's using in that old flogger, but I'm sure it's not a comfortable ride. Wow, now here's another view where you can hear the engine still running.
Look, Naya.
One,
Whoa.
two.
Parachuting.
Both safely ejecting.
Look at the guy
You're
parachuting.
seeing the seat man separators go into action.
Look,
They're
that's a real
separating
person.
the seat from the pilot.
It's not crashing. They did that on purpose.
No, they did not do that on purpose. So if the engine was still running, but the aircraft was in a steady left-hand descending turn, did he lose hydraulics and thus control of the aircraft? And that was the reason to eject. We don't know, but we'll find out soon, because Dan and his other crew member made it out successfully. Here's a picture of the wreckage right next to the apartments where the aircraft did burn, but thankfully, it looks as if the apartment did not burn, and at this time, it appears that nobody on the ground was injured. And that's what gets some of these aircraft registered in this category of experimental exhibition. These warbirds, especially foreign warbirds like this, when they get involved in incidents like this, it gets very hard to import these sort of aircraft for the experimental exhibition class and category because of incidents like this. Thank you so much for your support of this channel, especially the folks over on Patreon that make this content possible. See you here. Fortunately, everybody came out okay on this.